Hey everyone, welcome to Decoding Success, where we take the PGA Tour winner from the previous week and break down their swing. Sepp Straka had an incredible week in Iowa this week at the John Deere Classic. He made every putt that he looked at over the weekend, and just finishing in the 20s under par was incredible. But I want to take a second and break down his swing here because I think he's got a lot that we can learn from. He's a pretty big guy, but his body type is like a lot of people out there, a lot of amateurs. So I think he does a lot of moves that I really like. So I'm going to take this back here a little bit. And this is just a classic good position. So his right elbow is dropping a little bit behind his body, which I actually like for a lot of people. But really what he's done is his left shoulder has turned down towards the ball. So it's gone under his chin, which you can see that's really kept his posture really nice. And that's going to be the theme that I want to talk about this week is posture. So you can see left shoulder down, his right elbow is it's a little bit more flared out than you would see traditionally from like the Tiger Woods or some of the more flexible people. But I really like it because it's in a position where he can attack the ball. And really the whole point of a backswing is to get your right side and your dominant hand into a position where it can attack downwards at the golf ball. So that left shoulder turning under and that right shoulder folding out does that. So as he comes down, I'm going to draw this red line here, and you can see he has kept that same posture all the way through so his right arm can fire through the ball. And I drew that red line there showing that his backside stayed against that quote-unquote wall. But actually what that is that's him keeping his posture. So people talk about early extension. Early extension is really just losing your posture. So I think that people get too caught up in trying to keep their hips back as opposed to trying to keep that same flex in their waist and their upper body moving down towards the ball. So that's such a strong and powerful move, but really what I want to pay attention to is how his hands move after impact. So you can see it was a nice downward strike. His right side fired into the ball because it was in a great position from up top. But now as I move this through, look at how around his body that right side turned. So it was a release, but it wasn't a flip. And when that right side released like that, you saw it came through his left shoulder and was around his body. And look at how he still stayed in that posture. He's still bent a little bit. That right shoulder is still below his chin and below where his left shoulder is. A lot of people in this position are standing straight up. I'm guilty of this in my game as well too, where I'll stand straight up and my right shoulder gets a little bit high. That high right shoulder will cause it to bleed a little bit to the right or cause some pushes. But he has really stayed in his posture nicely, and I believe that's part of why he won this week. He was striking the ball so well because of that posture. Congratulations, Sepp, and we'll see you all next week for the next Decoding Success.